What's up, guys? Welcome to the planning tools lesson. We are going to go over my recommended planning tools in this lesson, but I want you to keep in mind that you don't need another day planner, that you're not going to find the secret to your busyness and overwhelm in something you're going to buy. The secret to that is in your mind. But you do actually need tools to use. So here is my recommendation for what you can plan with. Use what works for you. That's my biggest piece of advice. Here's a list of the tools that I love, use, and recommend, and I am going to go through each of those so you can kind of get a look at how I use them. Dream Year is the goal setting workbook, and it's included in this course. Dream Year has several parts to it, and part 2 is what you're going to find useful for planning purposes here. It's going to have several different workbooks that you can use, and there's also habit trackers in there. I basically just want you to use these workbooks if they work for you, and you can print them off, or you can use them as a digital way to fill out. There's an editable version as well. They were really valuable and useful because I created them, and I'm not just saying that because I created them, but because I know that they're going to be in line with the lessons that I'm teaching. So it's going to be very conducive to what you're learning in this course. gCalendar, you have to have a Gmail account for this, which is super easy and free to get if you don't already have one. Calendar, oh my gosh, you guys, you have to view your gCalendar in the month view on your laptop computer, on your desktop, because it is such a game changer. I did a little snippet of it here for you to see. This is going to change your life. So this is for a new account, but normally mine is filled with tons of stuff, and every day I look at it, I have it up in the background at all times, so I'm always thinking about how does my week look? Do I have enough breathing room? Do I have enough things planned? Am I producing enough? Everything. Like, I rely so much on my calendar. Mostly gCalendar. I also use it on my phone too, and it doesn't look like this on your phone, but it still syncs perfectly, which is the key, so you can always look at it and access it very, very easily. Highly recommend gCalendar. Evernote is a great platform and app and website, and I create notes for everything in Evernote, literally everything. It's not just for reminders, and it's not really for planning events. It's for note-taking, and it is magic. I have so many different notes in there, and I wanted to give you a look at some of them. I have my editorial calendar, my YouTube video planning for next week, quotes I love, my book list, goal list, marketing swipe file, product ideas, financial expectations for the year. Basically anything that I am wanting to focus on, manifest, plan, but like big picture planning, like my goals or like a list, my action list is on here. Those are things that I use Evernote for, and I think that before using Evernote, I didn't really know that I was missing it. It's one of those things that once I started using it, I was like, oh my gosh, where has this been all my life? So I highly recommend it. The Productivity Planner is a physical planner. It's for weekly planning and prioritizing your most important tasks first in your life. I love it. You can use it daily. That's what I do. It's a good tool for staying focused. I dropped my affiliate link in here if you are interested. This is what the Productivity Planner looks like. I know it's a little bit small here, but it's the best I can do. On the far right is the template for each day that you'll fill out, and you put your list, and then you put how long it took to complete it, and then you can write notes at the bottom, and then you can give your score for how productive you were for that day, and there's examples, and that's sort of like the middle image here, and then on the far left is an explanation. Love the Productivity Planner. I'm a big fan. Trello is a website and app that gives you a visual way to organize your big goals, and you can also use it for projects, big or small. And I like seeing big picture, so in Evernote I have a list of all of like my blog goals, let's say, and it's in a list format, like if you were typing it out on Word. But what Trello does is it allows me to see it visually. So I just created this for purposes of this course, but it can be moved around. So each of those little entries is like a card, and you can move them back and forth, and you can color code them, and you can get really in depth. And I put just some random things in here, and you can really, like, this is just an overall picture, but you can make them for very specific small projects too. I really, really like Trello, and I always have that up on my computer. Reminders or Wunderlist. The Reminders app is on your phone. That's what I use. Wunderlist is another great reminders app if you don't use an iPhone or you just want a new one. I use it. I have a grocery list and I have a Target list, which is like my toiletries list basically. But throughout the week, I'm adding things to this list, like all the time. When I run out of something, I add it like immediately. I don't wait a second. I just add it immediately to my list. So by the end of the week, my list is full and I go to the store. It saves me so much time because then I don't have to think about what I need to remember or make a list or did I forget something. I'm just constantly adding to that list. And then whenever I decide to go to the store, I just pull up my list and see what's on it. Other tips and tools. Seriously, if you have something that works for you, I want you to use it. I really want you to get into the mindset of knowing that good organizational skills and time management skills comes from your mind. It doesn't come from the tool that you're using. Yes, you need a tool, but it's not so important that it's going to make or break your planning. The key is that you're actually planning, and that is going to be just a result of how organized you are with your mind. I want to encourage you to look at your tools multiple times a day. So look at your calendar every day for at least 10 minutes. I constantly have these up on my laptop in the background. I have them on my phone. You know, it can get a little addicting, and that's the point. You want to be addicted to your planner because your planner rules everything. It rules your schedule, it rules your time, it rules your life, and it should, because that is what you are making intentionally responsible for your life and for taking action on your goals. I want you to schedule every week some time for you to plan, like bigger things, not just like looking for the next day, but you know, just to really reflect. Like I use Sunday nights for this a lot of the times, and I'll look at like the next 2 weeks and plan more thoughtfully when I have more time. This lesson is all about the tools that you can use and that can aid you in planning. But again, it's going to be your mind that does the planning. And you have to put what's in your mind into action. I want you to choose, and I want you to use the tools religiously. And the more you look at your calendar and the more you plan it, the better you're going to be at time management. All right, I'll see you in the next lesson.